Chaturanga Dandasana, aka four-limbed staff pose, aka low plank, aka the pose we come into all the time and just don't really think about. Chaturanga Dandasana is a pose that we see often in vinyasa classes, and a pose that we often get lazy with and could in turn hurt ourselves rather than help ourselves. In the cases that we are helping ourselves, we're strengthening our wrists, our arms, our abdomen, our shoulders, the muscles around our spine, as well as our low back. So we're doing a lot for ourselves, and a nice healthy chaturanga helps with your posture. And when you leave the mat, your posture is important. When we come into chaturanga, we're often coming in from some version of plank. If you're using your strap, it comes right above your elbows, straighten out your arms, plant your hands. From here, you can modify your high plank by drawing your knees back a little bit, tilting your pelvic bone forward, and then if your shoulders are not stacked over your wrists or maybe even your knuckles, walk it forward a little bit until they are. So you're pulling your belly in, you're tilting your tailbone down, and you're pressing away from your mat. If your knees are lifted, the heels of your feet are stacked over the balls of your feet. Find a long, straight line of energy from your crown through your heels or through your tailbone. Big breath in, maybe hinge forward, and on the breath out, start to lower down into your chaturanga. So your elbows, again, are hugging into your side bodies. If you're not using that strap, keep hugging, hugging, hugging into your ribs. Big breath in, big breath out. Inhale, press it back up. Now that's our modified. Give yourself some love in your wrists at any point. And then we'll come in from a high plank. So in your high plank, your knees or your heels are stacked over the balls of your feet. Keep pulling your belly in. Before you come into your chaturanga, hinge forward, shoulders stack over your knuckles. As you start to bend into your elbows, keep hugging into your sides and stacking over your wrists. And press back up. There it is, folks. It's a challenging pose when you do it correctly. It's a challenging pose when you're engaging everything that you can be engaging there, everything that you should be engaging there. But the more you do it correctly, the easier the correct way of doing it gets. It's an easy one to get sloppy with. You don't have to lower very far down to get into your chaturanga. Eventually those muscles start to build and you get closer to that 90-degree angle without going too far. So keep practicing it the correct way. Lower your knees. There's no shame in lowering to your knees. It helps with your form so much. Maybe when you're feeling like Superman one day, you pop your knees up. Whew.